Rock stars, boom! Hey! Hopefully this is live. I hope this catches you. I hope you and your family are doing well, surviving our current situation, getting through. Um, so thank you for taking time out of your crazy schedules to check out my live today, every Friday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, right here. Facebook, right here, Instagram. So, you folks on Facebook, if you have an Instagram account and you want to check me out on Instagram, you can do that over there. If you have friends that are on Instagram and don't have a Facebook, they can check me out on Instagram over there. So, guys, hope everybody's doing well. Just want to make sure everything is going right. I had a few technical difficulties getting things set up. Been having some problem camera, so it's been a little funky when I first get started, but it all worked out. I think we're rocking and rolling. So let me get my water open here. So alone together, and that's it's actually a phrase that I heard quite a while ago. It's something that you hear a lot of. You may hear frequently with people that are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs. Sole proprietors, people that have their own businesses. And one of the tags is, you'll hear people say too, is that entrepreneurship is lonely, but it doesn't have to be. But that's really one of the reasons that I thought of the phrase alone together, and why I tagged this alone together is because I think right now we're kind of, we're into this a little bit, and it's kind of thinking like, if you saw the announcement in the state of Pennsylvania, schools are not going to open for the rest of the regular school year. So we're kind of in this now. This has got it's a bit longer than we were originally thinking. And so I know a lot of folks are like bored out of their skulls, really crazy. Just a lot of people aren't working. People that are working from home, and there's probably, for most people, unless you're working as somebody, as a first responder on the front lines, anything related to healthcare where you're having to actually go into work, or you're doing something that requires support of that area, or you're a first responder where you're having to just do your regular job. There's a lot of folks that are still doing their regular job. But I think a lot of people that are even still doing a regular job, there's not as much workflow coming through. Things aren't as busy because we're all part of a big, gigantic supply chain. And our work depends on work of other people, and other people depend on our work. So it's just, we're all part of one big, happy system. And right now that system's kind of all jacked up. So even if you are working, you're probably pretty bored, and you're probably worried that am I going to still have my job? Is this something that that's going to be ultimately result in me not having my job anymore? Am I going to be out of work? And so there's some fear. Uncertainty brings a lot of fear, and so there's a lot of fear around that. I shared that on last week's live that I'm actually excited. I am somewhat, I wouldn't say fearful, but a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous, but I'm excited as well. As time goes on, I'm actually getting a little bit more excited because some folks are reaching out, and some folks are getting in touch with me. We're having great conversations, and we're talking about some things that are going to be happening when this changes again. And in my live last week, I talked about, I'm not using the word go back to normal or get to normal. There will be a new normal, but this will change again. It's going to be more of a change than it is a getting back to normal. So, hey, what's up, Zach? Catch my man Zach's on Insta. So this will change. It is going to change, and it's going to, for a lot of folks, it'll change for the better. And your mindset's going to determine whether or not it's a good change or a bad change, but it will change. And being the crazy optimist and positive person that I am, in my mind, it's going to change for the better. So what I want to talk about was that you may be thinking about, okay, am I going to have to get another job? Or is my job going to change so much that I'm not going to enjoy it like I did before? Is my life going to be like this, working from home from now on? A lot of folks that I'm talking to are really thinking about, not that they're the decision makers, but there's a strong, a lot of people, at least in my circles, are talking about where companies are going to look at whether or not they need to have as much office space. They can be successful. They're learning that they can still be productive. People can still be productive. The company can be successful if they, with people working from home. So do they need as much office space? So working from home might all of a sudden be a lot more common than what it was prior to our current situation. So a lot of change is going to be coming. I know a lot of people are change adverse. They do not like change at all. I actually embrace change. I love change because I get bored with the same old routine all the time. That's why I have multiple businesses and why I'm always doing different things, and I can change gears and switch hats, as it were, relatively easy because I enjoy mixing things up and having diversity in the things that I'm doing. So I enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't. In fact, Missy, my wife, is absolutely super resistant to change. And so being married to a guy like me keeps her a little bit on her toes. But there's going to be a lot of change and a lot of things are going to be happening. And you may be considering, what else can I do? Is there something that I can do, even in the short term, if you're not working? What can I do to, you get unemployment, which is cool, but you might be thinking of what can I do to start creating another cash flow? What can I do to start creating another way for me to support my family, to be able to get a little bit of control? Right now, we're all out of control. It's hard to have that feeling that you're actually in control of something because we're being told how that we can't leave our houses, we can't go meet our families, we can't go hug the people that we love that aren't in our house. So we're really restricted on what we can control. And so people are feeling control. I'm feeling a little bit out of control. And so that's why I like doing these lives, because it's actually, I can control this a little bit. So you might be thinking about, how can I create something that I can control, something that I can control and create another way for me to be able to support my family. And I get at least a half a dozen to 6, 8, 10 emails a day from all kinds of different sources of talking about ways to create additional streams of money, additional money into your household, so that you can have the opportunity to get some control, create some new money, another way for you to support your family. And that's really what made me think about sharing this with you guys today, was that there are a ton of opportunities out there for you to be able to create some income for your family. There are a ton of ways for you to be able to even a little bit of a side hustle. It might be $20 a week, but there are ways for you to do that. And it also will give you a sense of control. You now have created something, you're doing something that, well, one, you're doing something, and two, it's giving you an opportunity to be able to create some money that you didn't have before. And the one thing I will share with you is that there's no quick fix. There's no, all of a sudden you just boom, you start making all this money. Everything takes work. What's up, Faith? Glad you could make it on. For you Instagram folks, Faith is over on Facebook. So, but so there's a lot of ways for you to do that. But every single thing takes work. Nothing is going to come without putting in time and putting in some work. And what does everybody have an abundance of right now? Time. At least it feels like you have an abundance of time. So you have an opportunity right now. If you've been previously to all this happening, you were kind of tossing the idea of like, hey, I think I might want to do some other adventure. I might want to go do this other job. I might want to start, flipping stuff that I get, that I buy on eBay and selling it on Craigslist, or selling it, some other way. Looking at ways that you can buy like something in bulk from Amazon and be able to sell it on Craigslist and eBay, doing things like that. That's one of thousands of different things you can do. Again, it's not super easy from the standpoint of it does require work. It's simple, but it's not easy because you have to put in the work. There's nothing that all of a sudden you can do and money's just going to start pouring. That doesn't happen. You have to put in the work. But there is the opportunity for you to be able to do that. And you don't have to be alone in doing it. You don't have to be the lonely solopreneur out there trudging along all by yourself, working in your office with the door closed, away from your family and everybody else while you're hammering away, doing whatever side hustle you have going. You can do that together. And the best thing you can do is lock arms with somebody that can help you navigate this new adventure that you're on, that can help you look for things that fit within your personality and within your work ethic, and really the things that interest you, your interests, that will allow you to be able to create an additional income stream, and particularly right now. I think it would be absolutely amazing if this were to all wrap up at the end of the month, at the end of April. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen, particularly because schools are now, they're done for the year. Everything's going to be at home in the state of Pennsylvania. So just one indicator, this is going to go on beyond April. And I think there's going to be some businesses that are going to be slow to open back up again, to where they're going to bring everybody back in. There's an adjustment period. There's going to be multiple changes coming throughout the rest of this year. But if you're feeling like you're out of control, you're feeling like most people that you don't have control over your life, and you want to do something, anything, but you want to do something that's going to start to instill that feeling of control. It's going to give you an opportunity to start doing some things to where you can start bringing in a little bit of money. You can start getting control of your life, doing something that you love or that is an interest, a hobby of yours, to be able to create some income coming into your family. There are people still spending money. There are opportunities that are still out there. And there is an opportunity for you, whatever it might be, to start creating an additional income in your family. Lock arms with somebody, reach out to somebody that will be able to help you do that. Partner up with somebody. You don't have to go meet face to face. The Zoom meetings are going crazy. I know there's a bunch of security stuff around Zoom, but you can configure it so it's secure. So you can do Zoom meetings. You can lock up with people. You can lock arms with somebody that will be able to help you along that path. And my coaching programs, and here's the plug, my coaching programs are designed to be able to help people that have a side hustle. Getting a little battery on my phone, so that means I got to wrap up. But I designed specifically one particular program to be able to help people that have a side hustle to be able to integrate that into a full-time hustle, or people that are looking to get into a side hustle to be able to create that side hustle, that additional income stream. I purposely and strategically designed them to be able to help people that want to do those things. And right now is a great opportunity for you to really get control of some area of your life and be able to create additional income stream, be able to help your family get some money. There's still money moving out there. Go out and grab some of it for you and your family, and you can do that now. Reach out, schedule a 20-minute. I'll send you a link to my calendar. Schedule a 20-minute. I call them strategy calls. Talk about what you want to do, or just throw out some ideas. Brainstorm. Can happen in the 20 minutes. If you talk to me, I'll send you a link to my calendar to be able to schedule that time, so that talk about and explore what might be a great opportunity for you to tap into one of your passions, one of your hobbies, and be able to get control and be able to create a little bit of income. And it won't happen overnight, but you start laying the groundwork now while you have the time and the ability and really the resources. They're there to be able to do this. So wanted to share that with you guys. We're alone together, and reach out to some people. Reach out to me. Let's schedule time. I have a ton of time that I'm talking to a lot of people, and would love to talk to you as well. So thank you for taking time out of your crazy busy schedules. I truly, truly appreciate it. Have an awesome Easter. Have an awesome Good Friday. And remember, create a legacy.